guys, and welcome to Sunday Sensitive Subject with Snowcake. Today, we'll be talking about texting and driving. Let's get into it. There has been an increased controversy over texting and driving since handheld mobile devices have become more popular, especially considering the fact that there's now things such as text to talk and Bluetooth linked to your car, where you can receive calls and send text messages from your vehicle. Now, this has been a long and very important topic that seems to just keep going. And it's even more prominent now since the new bill was signed by Florida Senator Ron DeSantis, stating that texting and driving or having a handheld mobile device in your hand while in certain areas can lead to a ticket or getting pulled over. Cell phones in the hands of drivers has become an increasingly taxing and controversial topic since handheld devices became more popular. Even so, now there are things such as talk to text and Bluetooth linked to your car where you can make calls or send text messages with your voice through the screen in your vehicle. Now, it is even more important, especially in Florida, ever since Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill into effect that will allow law enforcement officers to ticket or warn and pull over anyone who has a handheld device in their hands or is texting and driving in certain areas. Now, what are some of the reasons that a law like this needs to be signed into effect? And this is why. The National Safety Council reports that cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes a year. And that number is only going up the more high-tech cell phones become. Now, nearly 390,000 injuries occur each year from accidents caused by texting while driving. Even something as simple as looking at your phone to see if it's your mom calling you can close your reaction space in seconds and cause an accident. And sometimes that accident and those few seconds can be the difference between life and death. Now, if you guys have seen my driving drunk video, then you'll know that that in itself is dangerous. But texting and driving causes 6 times more accidents than driving drunk. And that's crazy because the amount of drunk driving accidents that have happened is astounding. Now, texting while driving is 6 times more likely to cause an accident than drinking while drunk. And we all know that drinking while drunk can cause a serious limitation and hindrance to your reaction time. So if texting while driving causes 6 times more likely for you to cause an accident than if you get slobbering drunk, that should point something out here about how quickly looking at a phone screen, checking to see if Twitter hit you up, can affect your life and the other people's lives around you. If you're going 55 miles an hour down the interstate or a road, and you look down to answer, okay, that's 4 seconds that your eyes are off the road. In 4 seconds, going 55 miles an hour, your car would have passed the length of a football field. Now, you might not be a football fan, but let me tell you, that's a lot of time to not have your eyes on the road, and a lot of things can happen in that amount of time. In fact, texting while driving causes a 400% increase in time spent with eyes off the road. And that is astonishing because that's 400% more then you're already got your eyes off the road to simply look at the radio. And then you're adding on top of it, sending a text back to your bae saying, I'm on my way. Would you like that to be the last thing you ever sent somebody? Just because you weren't paying attention and you run a red light and get hit by a car? Or even worse, you hit somebody else? Now, I'm going to put a link in the description to the official law, but I would like to discuss some of the biggest questions that might need a little bit of clarifying. And luckily enough, Florida Today was nice enough to answer 10 questions that people might have. So I'm actually going to read a few of these from here. One of the biggest questions is, can I hold my phone and talk on it while I'm driving? Whereas that's not illegal. You can do that. It's not recommended. But if you have a cellular device in your hand while in a school zone or a marked construction zone, you can get pulled over for it starting October 1st. And that's not one of those things they're going to be hesitant about. I mean, especially in school zones, it is incredibly important, and it is one of the most dangerous places to even think about texting and driving, because then you're not only putting your life in danger and your other driver's life in danger, you're putting children in danger. Now, one of the biggest questions that seems to be asked over and over and over and over again is, can I hit the Google thing to search something real quick? Can I be looking at my phone for directions as an Uber driver or a pizza delivery guy? Can I be putting on makeup or listening to music or change the radio? All of that stuff is not technically illegal, but it's not recommended. I know for a fact that Uber drivers and pizza drivers, when they're getting close to their destination, they do slow down. And they definitely don't stare at their app as they're driving, because believe it or not, Google does talk to you. And so it'll tell you when you're getting close. As for putting on makeup in your car while you're driving, I barely put on makeup at home standing still, and you want to put it on while you're driving down the street? Imagine if you have to stop short and a pen ends up somewhere you don't want it. I'm just saying, that's one of those things where no, there's not a law, but come on, common sense. You would think that texting and driving would be common sense, but now another big question is this. Can you get pulled over for texting at a stoplight? Now, I am one of those people who will check my phone at a stoplight. Guilty as charged. But no, you cannot be pulled over for that. Now, if the light turns green and you don't move, then you can get pulled over for impeding traffic. But if you're texting at a stoplight or a toll booth, an officer cannot stop you for that. Doesn't mean you should still do it, but like I said, even I'm guilty of that. And the last point I wanted to talk about is how October 1st you start getting warnings. January 1st is when the law goes into effect. And people want to know what exactly is going to happen. Well, here you go. The first offense is a non-moving traffic violation, no points, and a $30 fine. The second and subsequent offenses within 5 years is a moving violation, 3 points each, and a $60 fine. Remember that the fine is per state statute, and it does not include court costs or other fees imposed by the clerk of court. Now, Brevard County court fees and legal fees raised the first non-moving violation to $119, while a subsequent offense will cost you $169 and 3 points. Effective October 1st, violations in school zones and work zones are automatically $169 and 3 points, no matter what. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on today's sensitive subject and share any stories that you might have. If you want to hear me talk about something in specific next week, then comment below or reach out to me on my Facebook page. If you'd like to see more videos, you can always check those out over here. If you would like to subscribe, you can click here. And as always, I love you guys. Make sure you are watching my vlogs for this month, as it is PRA Malformation Awareness Month, and that is a big time for me. So I hope you guys enjoy those videos and learn a lot and share them. This is Snow Kate signing off. I'll see you guys next week.